This has to be the most outrageous, batshit crazy, wild film of the year so far. And it is the anti Groundhog Day, where you do not see the protagonist relive the same day over and over again. You literally just has to take his word for it. Being in this diner over 117 times, attempt to recruit people to try and save the day from the savages of AI who will turn us into mindless drones and take over the world without us even knowing. Sam Rockwell shines in this film. He is one of these character actors who can do these crazy, eccentric, wild, crazy person very, very well, which we have seen him do in the past. So, with that in mind, good luck, have fun, don't die. So essentially, the story centers around the man from the future, who is Sam Rockwell's character, who basically has been traveling back to the diner 117 times at this point, and it's his job to recruit people from the diner to try and save the world from the evils of AI and technology, and try and stop the world from becoming mindless drones and becoming so unaware of being taken over that they don't even realize that the world has ended. And so he is from the future, and so he's been coming back 117 times. Each time he's come back, each time he's failed his mission, and each time he goes to the diner, he picks a different team every single time. But the people in the diner are completely unaware of any of these 117 occasions that he's gone back in time. For them, nothing's happened, but he remembers every aspect of what's happened and knows all the people in the diner by name and knows what everyone's response is going to be and who they are and their mannerisms and their personalities. He knows them all. And so on this particular night, he picks a completely different team at random, and something's a little different. He gets a little bit further and further and further each time, and to the point where he sort of questions why this night, why try 118 or 117? Why is this the one that is suddenly different compared to all the other attempts that he's made? So along the way, he sort of questions what's happening and what's going on in this particular timeline and this time loop. And so he just goes with the ride and trains the team to become these soldiers to help protect the future world, to help save the universe from the corruption of technology and AI. It's a wild ride. So this type of a story isn't anything new. We have seen this kind of a film before. Like I said, Groundhog Day. It has Edge of Tomorrow feels without, like I say, going and reliving the same day over and over again, but it's got an exposition. And what's good about it is that Sam Rockwell definitely is the main focal point. His performance is really well captured, and he's got a fully fledged character arc as well. And you sort of over time sympathize with his mission and what he has to do, and really sort of care for this character who is doing everything that he can to try and save the world, no matter what the cost is, even if it means to sacrificing the people that he's recruited and just starting all over again. And so that's really great. His character specifically are really great. I think where the story sort of goes wrong is where it delves into the stories of the other characters. And there are some which make no impact whatsoever, and there are some that do, and it's a bit of a mismatch, I believe. But it is wild to think that they made one of the characters a grieving mother from a school shooting, and that they make these clones from the DNA of kid that's been killed, and so recreate the shell of a human being, but not the personality, as like a coping mechanism for the grieving families. And you find out later on why they do this, but it's just like a wild concept. It does deal with like very, very difficult themes, and the fact that you've got these grieving mothers that are like, well, is this your first time? Okay, come with us. don't worry, we'll take care of you. This is our fourth one. You know, they're like real casual about it because it happens so often. And here in UK, like school shootings and things like that, and just gun crime in general isn't really a big thing. But it's just wild sort of themes that they were sort of trying to go through this story. And so I found that to be a little bit jarring. I'm like, oh, hang on, hang on a minute. I thought this was about technology and AI, and yeah, it it jarred me quite a bit. What I thought was a bit crazy was towards the end when Sam Rockwell's character explains that as he got to the house, his objective is where basically each time is ended slightly differently, and slightly different enemies were trying to kill him and things like that. So each time was different, and this time there's a giant Godzilla cat, and I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? What? It was just bonkers. Like some of the stuff that they were throwing on screen, you're like, okay, so now you've got these zombie children that have basically been entranced by their phones, and now their minds have been taken over from it, and now their children are damned, and they're trying to hunt down Sam Rockwell's character, and they're trying to kill him, and now you've got this giant cat, and what? What's happening? I have no idea what is going on. My mind was just like trying to keep up with what. Then there's like spiraling storm of cables and wires, and a kid on a computer typing the code, and it's just tiny little robots all over the place. Like, what the hell is going on in this film? Like, it is a total sensory overload. That's what it is, a total sensory overload. And you're watching this thing and you're like coming out of the theatre being, what did I just see? So yeah, it is watchable, and there are some, like I say, some dark and some deep themes that they do go into. But at the same time, also, I felt that this film was kind of a bit too preachy as well. Every 30 seconds, they were just talking about the dangers of technology and AI, and it's going to take over the world and it's going to destroy the human race as we know it. And so, yes, maybe some dangers to technology, but honestly, it's not going to happen like that. Come on. At least in my mind, I don't think. And so I was just sat there thinking, just constantly second guessing everything about the film. And I guess that's the whole point. What we as the audience are sort of trying to work out is like, is the man from the future absolutely full of shit and has no idea what's going on, and he's an absolute fruitcake, or he's actually telling the truth and the world from his future is completely ended and he's come back to save the day, and he's like sincere and legitimate about like the reasons of what he's doing. So it really does mess with your head quite a lot as you, the audience member, when you're watching it. And so, yeah, I mean, take it with a grain of salt when you're watching it. One of those films that we've seen before, and stories that we've been warned about countless times in about 1,000 movies. And yeah, I mean, it's directed by Gore Verbinski, who did the Pirates of the Caribbean. And so I think that's why it does work and it doesn't. I think that they're in the right ballpark. They're not. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Hard to explain. But when you see it, you'll realise, you'll be like, oh, I understand now. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. It means a great deal. And I shall see you in the next one.